going to start with the first piece, which is called Conflicting Clarity. Your friend once told me, with you and conflict, it's best to act like nothing happened, yet something did. And to create clarity within conflict, let's lay some truth straight out, like rolling papers before the high. You said comments I didn't expect. Jaw on the floor left me bereft, so you can get a boyfriend. You asked, that would be nice, but it's to meet people, make friends, I clarified. The next day I walk in, you greet me with no hello, but a smirk. Then you tweak me out with, did so-and-so talk to you? Then Zach came rushing over and goes, what happened? You got in trouble? And just like that, I was muddled and mobbed within the huddle. Then I started to explain what I planned to do instead of staying late with you. Again, you cut me off with a repeat joke. Your tone sharp and cutting like a powered-on blade saw. Thank you, Alex. She's going to a Christian mingle event. And Zach laughed, louder and boisterous than I ever remember. And just like that, I was embarrassed, hurt, an inner core wound triggered. I slapped you quickly and said, don't be an asshole. It was the perceived groupthink and mobbing, dare I say sexualization of me, in a room where I just wanted to be seen. For an equal, a man's rib, a divine helper in the universal play of life. I thought you were my friend, my homie, and without a beat, you twisted the knife. You go, so I covered for you this time, but you wouldn't sell me out, right? I deflected my gutting with a quick 1-2 punch. Only sell you out to Zach. Yeah, and then you walked into the cooler. Once you walked out to place the meat, Zach turned to me. Oh, I have something I'm doing that day, but I heard Logan is super excited to come out, referring to the team building bowling event I hope to have. Then you came back in, and I asked you, are you okay? Because you seemed like my slap hit you deeper than just your arm. My back hurts, you deflected as the door closed behind you into the cooler, and suddenly I realized that you lied. To me, to the rest of the guys, to the manager. Most of all, you only covered for the sake of your own pride. Maybe when I called you an ass, you thought everything you did didn't matter one lick. Not the ice from my mom, not the tying of flanks, the tying of flanks, not all the hours accumulated under your watch on late nights. The next day I knew I had to talk to Spencer and make things right. Yeah, it was simply to fish. After what you said earlier on Thursday night, you claimed the reason I wasn't given hours was because of my back. Yet you paused before you said it, now that I think back. So out of pure confusion, and also exhaustion, I told Spencer I was getting a new doctor's note. Yet his response was strange, almost perplexed. Then when I went back in the meat locker, you rolled your eyes and looked at me with a slanted smile. As Barry was looking to leave, you better ask, since they make such a big deal about these sort of things. Then on Sunday prior to you turning to Barry saying, Chelsea's following me, you got all nasty with me. Then gaslit me after humiliating me by going, oh, I didn't know it was on a Monday. I don't own a calendar. Super loud like a verbal dark black cloud. I asked about shopping at 2 a.m. for your tires. You said, who told you that? Then you were insulting me with a 10 tray. Do you know what that is? And about the demo you went, were you even here yesterday? And so I began orbiting you because I was trying to find out the truth. Then you turned to Barry and said, Chelsea's following me again. Barry laughed like a manic depressed man. And I finally caught current to the wave of truth washing over me. My team building idea was politicized and sexualized into my need for a boyfriend. And I wondered why you would do that. Was it because I admired you, or the fact that my admiration comes across as too intense? Kindness comes unhinged. Was it intention or just unspoken weight you never learned to carry. Maybe you didn't mean to strike the match, but silence burns too. I wasn't trying to fight. I was trying to understand. And now that I do, I let it go. Like breath, not bitterness. So yeah, I've been silent. Only because the self-proposed yapper became the butt of the meat locker joke. I tried offering grace, to live and let live. Yet nothing, acting like nothing. It was one thing for everyone to reject my bowling night with a big excuse. But to ruin me in the same space I felt safe with you broke my heart in two. After all, I'm all heart. Sorry, not sorry. I cut through male bravado with such precision, they call it an art. And that was my poem called Conflicting Clarity, which will be in my forthcoming poetry collection. So